So let's start installation, and we can see here install file. Let's click on install file as run as administrator by right clicking here the file. You can see yes or no option. It prompts us and click on yes. It's unloading the box. It's getting prepared. It's got unloaded, and let's move on to unloaded folder. You can see a setup folder, setup file. This is application setup file where you can right click and run as administrator, so that starts installation process for your 64-bit. The Windows cannot access the specified file path, might be the permission issue, the permissions to access the item. So let's set the permissions, what the permissions are needed. Yes, it's there with the So move to the unloading box folder and right click on setup file, run as administrator. Execute the file, and you can see it pops up the installation frame. You can see the installation center, SQL Server Installation Center. In this, the hardware and software requirements, security documentation, online release notes, how to get SQL Server data tools, system configuration checker, install, upgrade advisor. So you have an options here, and as well as your planning, installation, maintenance, tools, resources, advanced, and options. So you can plan it however you like from the hardware or software requirements, as well as if you want to go for installation process, go. You have too many installation process here, methods. When you click on installation tab, new SQL Server standalone installation or add features to an existing installation. New SQL Server failover cluster installation, add node to SQL Server failover cluster, or you want to upgrade from 2005 or 2008 or 2008 R2. So choose the one which you want to have, as it's a new fresh installation. Click on new SQL Server standalone installation. All the operations got succeeded. There are no failed or any other skipped, no warnings. You can find out your details as well as from here. Setup administrator is passed, setup account privileges, restart computer, Windows Management Instrument Service, WMI, consistency validation for SQL Server registry keys, long path names to file on SQL Server installation media, SQL Server setup product incompatibility, and required prerequisites as .NET 2.0 and .NET 3.5 are included in this. So click on OK. So if it is free evaluation, or if you have a product key, you can enter your product key. you want to go with your evaluation version, go with evaluation version. So click on next for evaluation version with. I accept the license terms. Click on include SQL Server product updates. You want to update, want to include SP1 and get installed, you can get updated as well. So we got one warning, Windows firewall warning. You can ignore and we can continue. We have three options here: SQL Server feature installation, SQL Server or pivot for SharePoint, and all features with default. So we'll go with SQL Server feature installation. This will install your SQL Server database engine services, analysis services, reporting services, integration services. So let's choose SQL Server feature installation. Under features, you can choose your database engine with the analysis services or reporting services in case you need it. SQL Server data tools, client tools connectivity, integration services, client tools backward compatibility, client tools SDK, documentation components, management tools, SQL Server client connectivity SDK. So once again, SQL Server data tools, client tools, integration services, client tools backward compatibility, client tools SDK, documentation components, management tools, SQL client SDK. So once done with this, want to change your path, you can change your path here, or else go with the default path. Next, click on want to have a default instance or with the named instance, you want to have a separate name, user defined name, you can change it here, or with the default instance name. So it will set to MS SQL Server with the instance ID MS SQL Server, getting installed with the root directory. Under root directory, C program files Microsoft SQL Server. In few companies, they request to go with the named server with their own server name, instance name. You can change it, that instance name. The disk usage summary shows that 6189 MB required and we have more than that. Click on next to continue. You can see agent, database engine, reporting services, integration services, and SQL browser. These are the services are being added to your Windows. These services you want to run at the time of startup, change it to automatic. Default it was manual, the agent made it to automatic. The browser was found to be disabled, you want to have disabled or you want to start it, you can enable it. And rest of the engine and services, the instance will be started on boot, so set to automatic. You can see the collation option, the default collation, you want to change it in case. Click on next. Authentication mode, you want to choose with Windows, either mixed mode. You want to log in with either Windows as well as SQL Server, or you want to have only Windows mode. You can later also you can change it, but better go with mixed mode. Click on add current user as well as here the administrator user which you are going to log in as. It's got added. Want to set the password? Enter the password and confirm the password. On data directories path, you want to change the directory path for tempdb directory or backup directory. You can change it here and use a database directory. You can specify different directories, EF path. Click on next. You want to install only or install and configure your database as well as. Choose the one which you want to opt it for. Install only will install only the software but not the database. Install and configure will install and configure your database as well as for reporting services. Click on next. Nothing failed and nothing we received any warnings or skipped. So go next step. Ready to install your SQL Server 2012 with the framework 4.0 and framework 3.5 with the PowerShell 2.0 is being getting installed here. You can see the features are getting installed. You can review the summary and the configuration details of your SQL Server installation. And the startup type found to be automatic. The reporting services also found to be automatic to get started. The administrator users are getting login added. Click on install. Setting feature install state, expanding user features. It's getting created. The packets are deploying now. So done with installation, completed successfully. You can see the feature management tools, client tools, SDK, management tools basic, server data tools, reporting service, database engine. All are successfully completed. You can see all the steps here. Setup support rules, setup role, feature selection, installation rules, disk space requirements, server configuration, database engine configuration, ready to install, installation process, and got completed. You can see the summary log file in case you want to verify the errors or any related. In this location you can find out your log file. Click on close. So done with your installation. Click on the App Management Studio. Connect your instance, SQL Server instance. You can see the server name which you want to connect. You can see the list of servers in case you want to connect it. The server name is desktop, and you want to go with login with SQL Server or Windows Authentication. Choose the one which you want to connect with. If you choose the Windows Authentication, the default it takes with the username which we connected to the Windows. You can see the options as well as here. We go with SQL Server Authentication. We will ask for the username and password. You can use in login with SA. SA is the user which we log in with. So enter SA to login and the password. Enter the password for SA. Connect it. Click on plus on database checklist. You can see the list of databases, system databases, report server temp DB, database snapshots. Under system databases, the default databases will created are master, model, MSDB, temp DB. So these are the default databases created when we install your SQL Server. Under security, you can see the logins. Want to create one more login, you can create, or one more user you want to create, you can create a login user. Under maintenance, you can see the jobs. You can have your backup jobs, or you want to create a maintenance plan. Here you can create a maintenance plan. You want to check your logs, skill logs. You can click on current log for any errors. Same like alert log in your database, Oracle database. So same like Oracle alert log, you can find out your error in your SQL Server. Skill agent, the jobs, we can find out the job list of jobs. If jobs are being added. You can stop the agent, you can start the agent from here itself or from Windows service as well as. You can create a new database as well as here from clicking your database, right click, new database. You want to restore, you want to attach, you want to restore files. Start your PowerShell. Let's create new database. Enter your database name you want to create it. You want to create it with Fraud database or Paytm DB. When you create Paytm DB, it will ask for the default username. Want to add an owner. The logical naming method for your data file and for your log file. You can see the log file. This is the location. C: program files, Microsoft SQL Server. Under that, you have a data folder to hold your data files as well as log files. In case you want to replace, you can replace here. In case you want to add one more, you can add it. Options, click on options, you can see the options here. Full recovery model option. A lot of options are there based on how you work on. File groups. Want to have a compatibility level with 2005 or 2008, you can select here, or the default 2012. Want to change the collection, you can change the collection here. Once done, click on OK. You can see your database got created, Paytm DB. And click on new query. You can see new query here. You can write your queries here. Same like Toad. You can see on Toad as well as.